guys, I'm Annette.
I'm Pam.
And welcome to another episode of
Not. It's not. I said no.
Hi guys, I'm Annette.
I'm Pam.
And welcome to another episode of Growing Up. So, it's been a while since I did a new episode, and I just thought for this episode we'll be talking about friendship, and what better than to have a friend with me on a friendship episode. Yeah, so Pam and I actually have had a very similar conversation before, where we talked about like friendship and stuff. So I just thought she would be a perfect person to join me here today to discuss them questions that we've put together. So shall we just get started?
Yes.
Just a disclaimer first, this is not going to be like a professional friendship advice.
It's just what we've been through.
Yes. Some of these questions are from you guys, some are just questions I've put together. So the first question is, what are some deal breakers that cause you to let go of a friendship?
I think for me, one of it is when I felt like I started to lose myself around these people. It was very manipulative, one.
Okay.
Secondly, it felt like I was not being myself. I was just trying to fit in, you know. And because they were very willing to like yeah, you know, we'll take you in, then I just like, oh, okay. So I
So
didn't...
were you in a gang? Oh.
Something like that, but legal.
Okay, continue.
At that point in time, right, I was very focused on what I was doing. Like, I really loved what I studied. Okay. And I felt like with these people, right, I was just losing sight of that. No, I know it sounds very like...
your story is super like non-specific.
No, because I don't want to go like super specific.
Oh yeah. If not your gang members, your ex-gang members, they kind of like find you, right?
Hey, when they put pig's head, how haram that's one. Okay, let me just be a bit more specific. So there was this like big drama that was going on. This guy that I liked, and
in the group.
And this friend that I had, it was a friend's birthday. They were having drinks. I was just drinking bubble tea, cause I'm halal. So I was just drinking bubble tea, right? So I left. But after that, luckily I didn't stay over, because after that I heard that they did nasty things. And this girl knows I like the guy, eh. Right.
Okay, yeah, that to me is deal breaker.
I felt very hurt also, because one, I treated them like my friends, right?
Yeah.
Right. Secondly, they treated it like it was nothing. Like it was just like a bad night gone wrong. And then I was just there, I was like, huh? But then I really like you with all my heart, eh. Like,
Oh my gosh, it's not worth it.
yeah, so but I was very like conflicted already. So I told this group of friends, I stopped hanging out with them. And I just kept giving excuses. I was busy and all that. Because I didn't want to approach it. Because if I were to talk about it openly, it's so many people with different manipulative opinions that could possibly twist mine, right? So I'm just like, you know what, let's just leave very quietly.
How do you feel about people who flake at the last minute?
Sometimes I do that. Sometimes it's really bo pian one.
Okay, but if you flake on me at the last minute like 5 times,
Something's wrong lah.
something is wrong, right? Okay, so I had this friend where I was just like, I'm done. Because she flaked on me for like 5 times. Like really good friends, right? Back in secondary school. So after we just stopped being in the same class together, like every time we try to meet up, then she's like, oh okay, then after that, one day before or the day itself, like, oh sorry, I cannot make it because this, oh sorry, I cannot make it because I'm like meeting my cousins. I remember when the 5th time, right, I figured I don't want to keep asking you non-stop because every time you flake on me, we reschedule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes up time.
So the 5th time, right, when she said, sorry, I cannot meet you for lunch because now I have to go with my cousins to some lunch or whatever thing. And then I just said, okay, why not I'll just meet you for breakfast near your house, where you can just walk over, and then after that, you don't have to eat, I'll just eat. And then later you just go for your lunch.
So
And
you
that was
intended
the last time we met.
So what, you just ate and then she didn't eat and then you all just talk like that?
Yeah, we were at McDonald's. And she was just acting like it was very normal. And I realised before that, then it started to hit me that, oh my gosh, actually even while she was in my class and all that everything, right, every time we hung out, I'll keep meeting her near her place, near wherever she stayed, whatever was convenient for her.
Oh no.
Yeah. She would never ever go out to find me.
Oh no.
Yeah. After that time, then we ate already. She left, I just told myself, I'm never asking her out again. I mean, if she asks me out, then okay, maybe we'll see how it goes. If not, then I'm okay to just swap this, because it just felt like I was giving in all the time.
Correct.
I know of people who are not willing to let go of friendships.
Sometimes it just makes you feel like there's something weighing you down.
There's this quote that I heard that says, some friends are like clouds. When they leave, it's a brighter day.
Oh my god.
Okay, next question. What are your experiences with drifting apart from friends? So we went through the ones where we intentionally were like, we're not going to talk to this person anymore. But what about the ones where you kind of just stop talking to them?
I think because of that toxic friendship that I had, right? I stopped talking to my super close friends, like my best friends. Because I was so into it, right? I was like, yeah, this is my life. So I just stopped talking to the people around me. Like I stopped asking them out. I stopped asking them how's your day, how are you doing. And we drifted apart for a while. Like me and my best friends. Like individual best friends lah. But now we're still close because I realised that I drifted apart because I was so caught up in my own bubble, you know. And sometimes that happens. But thankfully they know lah, and I did explain to them because after that when I was going through a really hard time due to that friendship, right, that I lost, that toxic friendship, like they were really just very understanding, and then they could tell that I was really just blinded by what was in front of me.
I think the people whom I drifted away with unintentionally are usually like very circumstantial friends where, you know, let's say last time in your class then you hang out with, I don't know, like 8 people.
Yeah.
So then when you move on, somehow you just end up contacting the one person that you're closest with from that old school ma.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, so, which is, I think, is most people, because you weren't that close to those people, you're just close to that one person. So I feel if you drifted away from someone who's super close to you, then maybe it's just a matter of both of you not reaching out.
Yeah,
because I think as long as one person reaches out, right, the other person y'all will meet.
That's what I feel so. And to be honest, there's nothing wrong even if let's say you're just close to one person, because frankly speaking, right, how can you remain in contact with like 8 people at once, like individually?
Yeah.
Even if it's a clique, right? Naturally, you don't talk to everybody the same way, what?
Yeah. Like I have some cliques in which we still hang out as a whole group like these days, but I do have quite a few groups of friends also where last time, you know, like circumstantially you hang out with a group, but in the end you just won't hang out with everybody again, you know.
I think the whole point is that sometimes you drift apart intentionally or unintentionally, right? But life happens, and if you feel that that person is close to you, you should just reach out, because you never know what the person is feeling. The person also might be feeling like, hey, so are we close or not? But there's no harm reaching out, you know. You don't keep second guessing to yourself. I feel like it works the same as a relationship to a certain extent. It's like if you really want me, right, you should chase after me. No,
same for friends. It's
the
true.
same, because it's like if the guy wants to go out with you, if he wants to ask you out, he would.
Yeah, exactly.
But with friends, it's the same thing. If they want to ask you out, who is ever too busy to just not text or drop a text of concern or what, you know?
Yeah. When people are asking about drifting apart, maybe it's just more of the fact that you've just changed as people.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, it doesn't have to be toxic.
Yeah, so it's not about not contacting each other. So I think sometimes if you drifted apart, it could be both of you know you've drifted apart, but you're kind of at terms with it.
Yeah.
Because you've just changed as people.
And sometimes, you know, this kind of Facebook posts come up. Like, I'll just see like signs that you've changed as a person or signs that you're growing as a person. And I've just kind of accepted. And I've had this talk with a close friend of mine before, so that sometimes people change. And I'm okay with that. Drifting apart doesn't always have to be a sad thing. In fact, when I see friends doing well, right, and even though I don't talk to them anymore, I'm very happy for them.
There will be friends who you're meant to kind of just go the long haul with.
Yeah.
But there are some friends where it's just like for a season. I think it's fine. Yeah. Next question. What are some times in which you realised you were the bad friend?
Okay, so this one, I realised because it was a best friend of mine that it was brought to light like that I was treating him like shit. And in my defense, it was because I was going through a really tough time. And at that point in time, I didn't know how to express myself in a way like when I'm frustrated or when I'm upset, like when my close ones see it's just that emotion. Like I didn't know how to break it down properly, and the only way I knew how to show was to just like be upset lah, you know, like
just unleash
correct
frustration.
I think after a while, I was afraid that he'll get tired of it. That's what made me change lah. Like, long story short. Yeah.
But you see, that's why I think it's good, and that's why I want to put this question in also, because I think it's very important, like, to think through and have self-awareness.
Yes.
Because I also don't want to think sometimes, like, which is the previous question, kind of why is someone drifting apart from me when I could have been a part of it. Okay, I think for me, right, I don't know why this weird memory comes to mind, but I remember I was in primary 1, right, then I had this really close best friend.
Oh.
And then after that, we would have recess together and everything. But then one day, I hung out with this other girl who was in like the recess hopscotch gang.
What? You had a hopscotch?
You played hopscotch when you were at recess in primary school?
No, I played cooler things.
Okay,
We had
anyway.
like ball games. Nobody played hopscotch in primary school when I was in primary school.
Okay, anyway, it was the cool thing, okay, in primary 1. And then after that, like, so basically, I met with this hopscotch girl, and I joined them for hopscotch 1 recess. And this other, like, primary 1 best friend, she just didn't want to play. And then I remember I just pangsed her, you know. I just went,
No, I want to play hopscotch.
I just thought, like, at that point in time, what's wrong? Like, I just want to play hopscotch. But then I think back, oh my gosh, I was just such a terrible, like, primary 1 girl.
But you
who
wanted to play hopscotch, what's wrong with that?
Yeah, I know, but then I was ditching my friend who was gonna have to find someone to have recess, when before that, both of us always had recess together.
Oh, okay, so you all built that already lah.
Yeah.
No.
But until I discovered hopscotch though.
Can you
it destroyed
imagine
my life.
now she's probably somewhere out there, right? And then whenever she sees a hopscotch, she's reminded of you.
Oh, okay.
Like, this is the reason why I lost my first friend. Because of that, she probably has trust issues.
Oh my god,
So she
yeah.
cannot see the hopscotch anymore.
Oh dear.
If you're watching this and you were Annette's primary 1 friend, reach out
I'm
to
sorry.
her. Maybe y'all can, like, you know, have a friendly game of hopscotch and like...
No, she doesn't want to play hopscotch. She did. Okay, next question. Have you ever felt jealousy in friendships?
Have lah, it's all the childish one lah.
Oh,
Okay, so
childish
last
one.
time, right, back when I had like orientation camp when I was like in sec 1, one of my close friends, she was sleeping with like another one of her friends who like is my classmate also at that point in time. So it was like camp, right? So you have your own like sleeping bag and then like girls, guys, but you can sleep beside anybody you want. So I remember I went up to her, I was like, so later we're sleeping together, right? And then she was like, actually I'm sleeping with her. I felt so betrayed eh. Like, who is this Hu Li Jing? Like, who is she?
I had this best friend in primary school. Then after that, like, she just didn't want to hang out with me anymore when we went to secondary school.
Mm.
And then she just started hanging out with like other people. I think cause I was just very uncool. And then she wanted to hang out with like the cool kids. Understandable.
Understandable.
Yes.
At that age, you actually want to be a part of the cool kids.
So I'm just thinking, yeah, I don't think it was jealousy, but I would say it's similar.
For us, it's more of like our friends wanted to hang out with different people, so we got jealous in a way. But I feel like for others, it could be you are jealous of a friend because maybe they have something that you don't.
Oh,
Right? It could go both ways.
like frenemies.
Like, I wouldn't say frenemies. Oh, okay lah, it's frenemies. It's like you're friends with the person, but at the same time you're like jealous. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, the current friendships that I have, right, now that I know like what friendships are supposed to be, I've become very selective. So I don't feel jealous towards my friends.
Yeah, same.
And knowing them, right, they don't feel jealous towards me. And if I get even the slightest bit of jealousy, right, I'll tell them, hey, actually there's nothing to be jealous about.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just, because I want my friends to know that like we are equals in a way, and like just because I have something now doesn't mean you won't have it. Like, maybe it's just my time now, and then maybe it's gonna be yours like in like months to come. You never know what.
Yeah, I think it's important like to be happy for your friends.
Yes.
Yeah, there's nothing to be jealous about. If you're jealous, then what for be friends?
Like,
Yeah.
why are you jealous of your friend, you know?
Yeah, like why have negative feelings in a positive friendship? Like, friendship is about having positive support around you.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe if your friends who are jealous of you, maybe sometimes it's the way that you carry yourself also. I've seen it. I've not been in it, but I've seen it.
What do you mean?
Like, sometimes these friends are the one who are a bit more like show off. Like the ones like oh yeah, I have this, I have that.
Yeah, then maybe they shouldn't do that.
Yeah, like
also.
stop doing that. Like honestly, if that's just
If
you
you're
and you
trying to make your friends jealous of you,
don't. Like
yeah.
for what? Like if people do that to me, I won't be jealous, you know. I'll just be like, okay, I'm happy for you. I'm genuinely happy for you.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
if you, unless you have a Tesla, then
Next question. Can opposite gender friendships exist? Yes.
yes.
Yeah. I feel you become what you believe. It's like if you keep telling yourself, right, like platonic relationships cannot exist, then you cannot see the opposite gender as friends.
For me personally, right, I used to be a person who gets attached after being close. Like I would think that I'm attached.
What as in when you're together, when you have a close friend,
Like
close guy friend?
close contact kind. Like if I'm in contact with a person a lot, I tend to think like, oh my god, I'm having feelings for this person. That was before I actually like grew out of it and realized that this is not love, this is just friendship. So like when I was younger, I very stupid one, then I was just very confused, like oh my god.
Actually, same.
Right,
I
it's
had
like-
this guy best friend also, where it was just like, oh okay, I think we like each other. But then after that, I realized like, actually no, it's not. Like
It's just a very close friendship.
yeah, it's just
but
a very close
sometimes
friendship.
I guess it's easy for people to think that like we might have a thing going on. I used to be like that. Then I always catch feelings, right? Like catch feelings. But it's because I make believe, you know, that we are so close. But actually it's just a very good friendship.
To be fair, I think I only had this realization that it was possible only after that one where I was like, okay, I thought I was gonna do this guy, but like no, we're just friends, right? Because before that, I was in 10 years of a girls' school education. So primary school and secondary school was just girls only. And then after that, like this happened when I just entered JC and everything. And then it was just a very close guy friendship. Yeah, but later on when I realized like, okay, it was just a very close platonic relationship, then it allowed me to, like that was when I started to make a lot of like my close guy friends also. And I realized that seriously, it's just a friendship.
Because like maybe back then when you are still young, like you don't know the difference.
Yeah.
Right. It's always like you've not experienced what a real relationship is like. So
That's
for you
true.
it's just like, oh my god, is this love?
Know the meme?
Yeah, I was thinking of that.
The one
The
where
butterfly one.
yeah.
I saw.
Me, guy friend. Is this love? I think actually I had this relatively unhealthy phase also in JC where I had more guy friends than female friends also. It's because in school there was this girl also who was like, I don't know, she didn't like me and she was just spreading false rumors about me. This was very uncool. That's when I decided like, oh my gosh, girls are messed up. I'm just gonna have guy friends.
Actually, right, I think that's a very common phase. I've had it also.
Right? Like
I've had it also, but then
I'd rather
right,
just be friends with guys because they are free from drama.
but you see, there's this conversation going around where it's like, you know, those kind of girls are very sus. Like if you're a bro girl, it's very sus.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
there's something
yeah.
with you, but then
You're just a pick me girl.
yeah, but you don't realize, right, that sometimes it's because of toxic friendships with girls that make you like that. But then
Exactly.
after you recover from it, you realize that it's just that one girl.
Yes! Yeah, so after I recovered from it, then I realized, oh my gosh, like, why did I ever think that I just don't want to be friends with girls
Yeah.
because of what that one toxic girl?
Correct,
Like,
correct.
oh my gosh, like, having female friends is awesome.
To guys also, because I've had one guy best friend who was just sick of all the boy talk. Like they would just talk about girls' boobs and all that. This was like in very early days of like my teenage years. And then he just hang out with the girls, you know. Then after I asked, so why? At first I thought he's gay.
Oh, okay.
He's not.
Yeah.
It's just that he just doesn't want to talk about boobs. He just wanted to have fun. So he wanted to be with the girls just so he don't have to talk about boobs and all the illicit stuff. It's so cute.
If you have a rough patch with a friend, can it go back to the way it was?
Okay, so I think for rough patch, it kind of depends on how rough the patch is. Think of it as like from a relationship standpoint also. I think it's similar. It's like if you fight a lot with this toxic ex of yours, right? 5 years down the road, if you want to get back together with him, your friend will say it's stupid, what?
Yeah.
Right, because at some point they treated you like shit and they messed you up. So if it's a friendship and it does the same, right? You have to really, I would tread lightly,
Yeah, because I think if it's a small fight, yeah, it depends how rough the patch is.
Yeah,
if it's
yeah.
really just a small fight, then of course I'm sure you can go back together.
Correct.
But if it's at the level of, you know, there was that Malaysian girl where the best friend faked a whole K-drama for her.
Yes, oh my god.
Then after that, like,
Scammer
she
one,
pretend
right?
to be the boyfriend
Yeah,
and
yeah,
all
yeah.
over text. And then after that,
Why cannot?
he go hospital and all that. After that, can you still be
I cannot.
friends?
I cannot.
I cannot. So we're gonna close with one last question, which is, what do you think makes a good friendship? You want friends, right, who will like call you out on your BS, or like you just want friends who will help you grow as a person.
Mm-hmm.
And if let's say, you know what I mean, like I made a video and I show it to you and it's terrible, and then you tell me, oh wow, Annette is great. I also don't want what I don't want you to compliment me. I want you to tell me straight up like what's wrong with it.
Actually, all my friends are like that because I choose my friends, right? I make sure that I don't have superficial friends. And if anything, if I know like I'm being an asshole, I want you to know that you have the right to call me out.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, because I want friends to help me counter check, you know, to make sure like I'm always in check of myself. Because sometimes you're not aware of the way you're behaving.
Yeah.
Or sometimes like what you said, like you can create like a fantastic video in your head, right? But when it's on paper or when it's like actually uploaded, then they're like, wow, it's terrible. I have friends who do that. I'll make sure they watch.
I realize I have actually a few friends where sometimes I send them videos and after that I'll ask them like, okay, what are your thoughts on it and everything, and I think it's super helpful. And you want friends to give you honest feedback on stuff and on your life and just on how you behave, so that you don't treat other people badly. They're just there to help you grow lor.
Yeah. Like sometimes if I'm going through like this rough patch, right? Or like if I'm having another situation with like some like toxic friend, I'll ask my friends to see if I'm becoming toxic or not in the way that I'm dealing with it. Because sometimes the way you deal with things, right, you never know. You might think that in your head it's like I'm defending myself, but actually you're becoming a bitch.
And one thing I learned over the years also, that it's more important to have a smaller group of close friends rather than a large ton of friends where it's a bit more superficial. Because I think, you know, when you're back in school, everything, then popularity is important. And then you want to have a lot of friends, you want to know every single person. But then later you realize, now especially once you're out of school and everything also, you realize that you really just can't be friends with every single person.
Yeah, and that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. And I think I learned, right, that like what we mentioned earlier also, that it's important to sometimes be the one to reach out. It's important that, you know, you take the initiative to keep your friendships. Yeah, it's worth it.
I agree 100%.
Okay, and that's all the questions we have for today. I hope you had fun listening to us talk about our friendships. I know it wasn't so much advice, but I do hope it was kind of useful to you in some way, and it just made you think a little bit more about how you can be a better friend or have better friends.
And choose your friends properly.
Or get rid of that toxic friend in your life. Or realize that you didn't actually like that guy friend.
Maybe it's all in your head and you just haven't experienced enough friendships to know.
But yes, if you like this video, do hit the like button. If you're on YouTube, do subscribe and press the notification bell to be notified of all my future videos. I need a book. And also, we did another video on Pam's channel, so do go check out hers as well. So yes, thanks again for watching, and thank you, Pam, for joining me today.
Thanks for having me,
was
Annette. Out.
Very fun. So thank you guys again for watching, and we'll see you again. I'll see you again
She'll see you again.
in another video very soon. Bye!